Well, it seems like the reviews for Dragon Age Veilguard is out, and I am hearing this is the gayest game ever made. This game's controversy started when they drastically changed the art style, and of course, like every other AAA game or quadruple A gaming, whatever these idiots are calling themselves now, this game has hideous characters, and the propaganda is in your face. Journalists will give any game that is super gay a 9, a 10 out of 10, and just give it the glowing review score. It's pure shilling for this game. It's so pathetic. Games journalism is a joke. It's been like a joke for like a decade, even before everything became obnoxiously gay. And we are talking about Kotaku. And Kotaku just released this tweet showing the most wanted feature of all time in gaming history. And this tweet says, in Dragon Age the Veilguard, this dialogue option lets you declare if your character is trans. Who the hell asked for this nasty, disgusting, fake bullshit gender? It's gross. Nobody wants this garbage in gaming. It's just propaganda for the masses. There's no such thing as transgender. It's a severe mental illness. Those people are not people. They're science experiments, and anyone calling themselves transgender should be locked up in a cage in a mental hospital and given conversion therapy. We should not allow the mentally ill to roam society with the rest of us. We don't have any fucking common sense anymore in society. That's where you got a bunch of idiots pretend to be something that they're not, and when you don't play along with their violent mental illness, they try to be violent with you and act like savages, and they're a danger to kids as well. They are touching kids on a regular. Why the fuck are we glorifying this shit? We have no common sense and decency in society anymore. It's not getting any better. It's all these different industries desperately want to push this shit, and now we can't even play a fucking video game without this trans propaganda nonsense. It's disgusting shit. It's androgyny shit. This is so blatant and in your fucking face in this game, and gamers are sick of games journalists constantly just simping for everything gay. That is how you know when a game is going to get a good review score from these journalists. They are a joke. They can't tell you what's good and what's wrong with the game. They have a clear bias like every goddamn journalist. Real journalism doesn't exist. There's no just reporting on the facts. It's just, here's our clear and obvious far left biased opinion on whatever we're talking about, whether it be gaming journalism, political journalism, entertainment like movies and Hollywood, stuff like that. Every fucking industry has a clear political bias. So it's like, what the fuck is even the point of even engaging with these freaks? And that's why nobody respects you. I don't know how people like this are still in business. These game journalism websites, their profit margins must be thin or just in the decline. Everybody who wants their gaming news, they go to YouTube, they go to Twitter, not specifically games journalism Twitter, like Twitter accounts that specifically just tweet about games and don't make you read these long boring articles. Journalism is a fucking joke, and that tweet is proof of that. But I wanted to read some of the replies to that tweet, and this first one says, Veilguard in modern Western gaming is lame. The pronoun religion is being shoved into gaming, and it's not what most gamers want. And it shows a picture of some sexy Asian women, because they actually are in shape over there, and over here in America everybody's a disgusting fat fuck that smells like piss and shit. And over there in the eastern side of things, they actually know how to eat well and exercise, and they are clearly cooking Western devs, because Eastern developers actually know what gamers want. They focus on gameplay. Look at Stellar Blade. Look at many different Japanese companies. Look at Nintendo. Nintendo is always making great games. Capcom is always, maybe sometimes Capcom is getting kind of gay at some parts of the company, but they always make good games. Like people love Street Fighter, great as well. Monster Hunter is great as well. It's unfortunate we haven't gotten another Mega Man, especially Mega Man X, but they always focus on gameplay. They don't focus on propaganda and shoving gay and trans stuff in your face. The Japanese, the Koreans focus on game fucking play. That's why they're always better than Western developers. And of course the fact they have interesting and attractive characters, particularly women. So fuck the Western gaming market. And I have a second tweet to look at, and this one says, cool, guess I'll be skipping that game too. Exactly. As soon as I hear this shit, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. This ain't a game. This is just an indoctrination camp, because we're not allowed to have fun anymore. We have to just absorb the ideas, just shove it in their faces. That's what these game developers want to do. You can't relax. You can't just chill and have a good time playing a fucking video game. No, they want you constantly absorbed into their ideas. They want no form of escapism. This goes against the whole point of entertainment, which is to escape the real world and the problems and shit you deal with in the real world, and just escape into a reality where you don't have to think about real life stuff. You can just have fun and chill. But they never want us to relax. They want to control our fucking brains, and gamers are sick of it. And as soon as I hear a game being praised for how gay and trans it is, I'm like, I'm not playing this nasty shit. That shit is evil and degenerate, and you already lost me. And I have a third comment to look at, and this one says, this is what kills a game and why people are getting tired of gaming journalists. Out of all the things to report about Dragon Age of Veilguard, you choose this. Exactly. Why aren't you talking more about the gameplay? Why aren't you talking about the graphics? Even though the graphics is just ugly and queer, at least talk about it. Make tweets about that. Make make tweets about specific characters, make game guides. You guys don't even want to do that. Talk about interviews that you're doing with the developers. Talk about your favorite parts of the game, the campaign, the story, the writing. But the first thing you talk about, they let you choose if your character is trans and like a dialogue option. Which, yes, that is true. I can show a picture right here. You can see it right here. There's a dialogue option and you can pick one of them, and it says establishes transgender identity and unlocks new dialogue options in future conversation. Who the fuck asks for this? You can't just make a character and not make a weird pretender gender. It's so in your face. It's in your fucking face. And that is what Kotaku is choosing to talk about instead of talking about gameplay, because these people and these websites are run by degenerates. And these people are degenerates. Let me say that. They are degenerates. The industry has been invaded. Every industry has been invaded by degenerate queers that just want to make everything gay. You're pushing away the 99% just to appeal to the 1% that don't want to see this nasty shit. And it's not going to do you any favors. Because this is all you can talk about when you talk about the game. They love to obsess over this gay shit. It's weird. Why do you want everything to be fucking gay? Why don't you make something that's normal? Because gay is not normal. It's weird. It's weird. And you guys get the idea. I don't need to read any more tweets. Are you really surprised? Like I said before, anything that is gay, you can expect the games journalists to love the shit out of it. They'll rather focus on the gay shit rather than the actual gameplay and the shit that matters. And gamers are blatantly seeing it, because people who actually played the game, YouTubers and content creators and streamers, whatever you want to call us, they said the game is god awful. They said the game is fucking terrible. And it shows the blatant disconnect from journalists and gamers, and journalists and content creators, which content creators are the future. Games journalism is irrelevant. I don't know how they're still in business. They all have just like a wealthy parent company that has to be losing money year over year over year, losing millions every single year, because this garbage is not profitable. Nobody wants to sit there and read a boring ass article. People want to watch a video. People want to hear the things that are being said. People want to listen to somebody that has a great personality. Reading articles is fucking boring. It's lame. It's old. It's outdated. And the people who write the articles clearly cannot be trusted. And I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and Kotaku, go fuck yourself.